Hey everybody, this is Ostuni and welcome back to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2's closed beta, a look at some character creation options. So, last time we did the Majin female and male, we looked at the custom voices, and we also looked at the Saiyans and therefore the humans, male and female. So this time we will be looking at the Namekians and the Frieza Clansmen to finish it off. So, let's get to it. The Namekian, of course, having probably the most broad and noticeable differences out of all other, well, maybe not all other. I think the Frieza Clansman has the biggest difference with body sliders. But, let's get to what you guys wanted to see. Keep it up. And here are some of the new options. Let's see, that's pretty cool. Alright, some horns. That's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Got that, but I love that style. I think that was good that they brought that in from Dragon Ball Online. I know that that's where I first saw that. That is really interesting. Like, I would be tempted to actually find a way to use that in a on a character. Let's see. And then you could be a unicorn, of course. Everybody's dream, a Namekian unicorn. And you can be a head antenna unicorn Namekian person. But this is probably what I'm going to choose when I make my Namekian, is this one right here. Because this is what I had in online. This is kind of a Dodoria-ish style. And then from there, you're pretty much going to see repeats of the classic stuff, the Ginyu style, just little horns. Alright, and let's go for eyes. Let's see, you got some, looks like, it's kind of weird. You got some really dark lines there. That looks kind of like peel off, like if I had to take a guess at that. You have a scar version. And whenever I recorded this the first time, I noticed something, and I'll show you guys this little detail in a minute. But let's see. And of course for Namekian, they're bringing back the different color, or the different eye thing to where you can make your entire eyes one color. Let's see. And then you have your nose options. Let's take a look at those. Not too many. Alright, now this is what I wanted to show you guys. So you guys are probably aware that there are a lot of options where you can have the secondary color that matches your muscle stuff on your arms. But I'm going to show you something that you need to consider if you think you might want to use the scar thing as well. And same thing with that. I don't know why they would do that, but you'll see why I say that in a second. Let's keep it going. And that's pretty cool that they give you some markings there too. But I'm going to use that one as an example for you guys to show you my point. And then of course for your ears you have pointy, pointy, pointy-ist, and I kind of like these. They're not as goddamn ridiculous, but I want to show you guys this very important detail if you're going to use a scar. And that is, your scar will pretty much match up with that secondary color. So just be aware of that if you're going to do that. Like, it's not going to show up as well, but by all means, it's your character, so do it if you want to. Something else that's kind of cool that I should have mentioned, and I should have tried to cover, dang it, is these options here towards the bottom. These two colors down at the bottom, I think, are exclusive colors for races. The humans have one, the Majins have one, and I think they're all like supposed to be like official skin colors, more official skin colors for the Namekians. So if you want to be like right on point with your colors, these last two rows will probably be how you're going to do that. And of course, depending on how bright you make your eye colors with this singular color, they can glow. You're not able to see it as prominently here, but trust me, they glow. But now It's time for the Frieza race, probably what you guys have been waiting for. And I will say that I was impressed with their offerings this year. And for those of you who haven't played, like I said, the Frieza race has the biggest difference when it comes to the sliders, especially the height one, because you start off as a kid, get a little bit taller, and boom, you're fucking full size, like, cooler almost. And the body slider doesn't hurt anything either, as far as that goes. But personally, I'd probably keep it at medium, because that looks a little too stocky, especially for a Frieza Clansman. I don't think even Cooler got that stocky. But let's take a look at some of the older stuff here. All of it's making a comeback, which is good, because in a game with creation, you don't want to take away any options, you just want to give more options. So here are those more options. And this is pretty cool, pretty angular horns. Let's see, those, I'm not really a fan of those. I'm a fan of those, though. I love the texture that you're able to get on those. I might actually use that for a Frieza character should I decide to make one. Well, I will make one. And this one, of course, is more Janemba inspired. Speaking of character inspired for the Frieza race, I'll show you guys something that I thought was really interesting. And it actually has to do with the eyes. So you got your original stuff, and here we go on to the newer stuff. And see, if you look at that, it's this spotted pattern that's kind of similar to Cell. I thought that was pretty interesting. Then you got this that has the little jagged outline kind of around the eyes. I'm sure that whenever you actually get rid of the armor plating that's up more towards the brow, it'll change. And those are some raccoon fucking eyes. Jesus Christ. You got 3 levels of raccoon eyes. Super Raccoon Eye 1, Super Raccoon Eye 2, Super Raccoon Eye 3. But I digress. There's all the eyes and pupils. This was something I thought was really fucking interesting. Like, these snake eyes. Like, that's a pretty cool addition. Let's see. But of course, you also had the option, like Namekians, to go all one color. So, I thought that was really awesome. Then you go to noses. Alright. And this is actually kind of a cool nose. I know people are going to give it shit for, like, kind of probably looking like Michael Jackson, but I think you could do a lot of shit with that. Like, you could create a lot of, like, really interesting and just horrifying Frieza Clansman characters like that. Then you have the nostrils, of course. Then, for some reason, you have a big old purple nose. I don't know why. Then, of course, you have your mouth variants, which include mouth guards, which one of them in particular, like, I really liked, and I'll show you guys here in just a second what it is. Had the Mr. Popo option. That one right fucking there. I thought that was really awesome, and I hope that there's an armor that can accompany that kind of visual look to it, and we'll see at some point. But yeah. And then, of course, for your ear options, you have your vents and you have your straight up holes in the side of your fucking face. Now, I'm curious about something. Okay, so it's the same as before, guys. If you're going to choose a Frieza Clansman, you have to be very careful because all your armor stuff for your costumes, it's dictated by your actual skin tone, and that is a bitch to change later on because you pretty much need the Dragon Balls, or, well, I might be wrong. There may be a way to change it easier in this game, especially for the Frieza Clansman. Like, it needs to be a thing, so, yeah. But that's about it for that one. That one was probably pretty short, but thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to know when the next video is coming out. Next video, I'll do a slow scroll through the Ultimates and Supers and kind of let you guys see if you can guess some of the Supers and Ultimates that are going to appear in the game. So thank you so much for watching. This is Ostuni, signing off. Grrr.